What's going on, guys? Car review guys here. My name is AJ, and this week we have the 2022 Toyota RAV4 Prime. So this is the plug-in hybrid. It gets around 42 miles on battery only. We'll get into all the details. This is going to be the full review video. We're going to start with the exterior, work our way to the interior, and then take it on a drive. And this particular one is an XSE all-wheel drive. The next video is going to be 5 things that I love and 5 things to improve. And I drop shorts all along the way as well. And if this isn't for you, guess what? I have a new vehicle every single week, and this is the perspective of a supercar owner. I have an Acura NSX personally. So without further ado, let's roll. Starting with the exterior on this, as you can see, there are nice runners on this, LED, and then the front mesh grille. You'll peek the camera right here. This does have on the package on this, the premium pack, it has a 360 camera, which does come in handy, in my opinion. You've got some nice looking wheels, and this is running 235 55 19s. Again, plug-in hybrid. You can see the badge right there. And the motor is going to push around 302 horsepower, which this thing's peppy. 0 to 60 is around 5.5 seconds, so pretty good. Also on this premium pack, you will notice it does have keyless entry on the front and the rear doors, which is really, really nice to have it on both doors. You've got the all-wheel drive badge right down here. And then you've got blind spot monitoring right there. Hopefully you can see that. And then this is the fuel door right here. The charging port is actually on the passenger side. Let's pop this, just press a button, automatic hatch, straight up. Now for demonstration, I have put my golf bag in here, a normal size bag, stand bag, not a cart bag. As you can see, my shoes almost fit beside it, because you've got a nice little cutout on this right hand side that the head of the clubs go into, so it fits pretty good. And there's a ton of space back in here. Hopefully you guys can see just how much space is back behind it as well, so you can certainly fit a good bit in the rear. And of course you have the little shade here if you want. It'll come up in these little notches and just cover everything, so you don't have to worry about people seeing what's in there. To close it, you just press this button right up here. As we work around the side, as stated on the passenger side, this is the charging port. Just take off this little cap and there you go. On this front, you're looking at around 4.5 hours to charge it fully. Again, you're gonna get around 42 miles on battery only if you choose, or you can have it go back and forth. And then this is a 14.5 gallon tank, getting around 38 mpgs average with the motor only. So total with everything, you're gonna get around 600, maybe a little over 600 miles. So pretty good. Let's jump into the interior. Before we do the test of whether it's easy to get in or out of it, you will notice the rear seats has heated seats, which is always nice for your passengers. Looks pretty good with the panoramic roof as well. So if you're new to my channel, I always test getting in and out. I feel like many review channels miss that, and to me, that's really important, especially for a daily driver. So I'm 5'9", for those of you that don't know. Let's test it. So it's not too high off the ground. Stepping in, just a little bit of duck, nothing crazy though, so that's good. There is a handle up here if you wanted to grab onto. I didn't think it was necessary, but nonetheless for me, I mean, there is a ton of headroom. I don't know if you can see. I mean, there's probably 5 inches of headroom, and then leg room there is a ton as well, probably another 5 inches I would say. So plenty of room in the back seat, honestly, pretty spacious. I'm pretty impressed. So you have 2 little cup holders there, nothing too crazy there. And then you've got your own vents right down here. Sorry, let the lighting adjust for you. And then some charging ports down below. Got little pockets here in the rear seats. Other than that, that's pretty much the rear. So let's jump up front and test the front. Jumping into the front seat, let's see here. Yeah, that was very natural. It's even easier in the front on this thing. That, I mean, you could probably even be like 6 to 6'2" maybe, and you really wouldn't have to duck. And again, this vehicle is not that high off the ground, so it's pretty easy to get in and out of, even if you are older. If you're younger, well, hey, and don't worry about it. This lighting is brutal. I need to move the car for you guys so you can see everything a little bit better. So yeah, just 1 second. All right, let's start over on the left-hand side. One big thing to note on this is it does have memory seating. So like on the Camry, the XSE hybrid, no memory seating. But on this, there is. And that, oh my goodness, is that nice to have and see? Woo, that's nice. All right, and then you have standard window switches right here, lock, unlock, and then you know, your mirror adjustments. So moving further down, you'll see you've got some automatic high beams, heated steering wheel, you've got the 360 camera and the lift gate. The 360 camera, if I click it right this second, it's gonna take you on, hopefully you guys can see, the lighting is just brutal right now, I apologize. Hopefully you can see it there, it'll spin it around, see all the way around your vehicle. But if I throw it into reverse, that is what you're gonna see. That you get the 360 plus the backup camera. You can change the angles, do whatever you want. But yeah, nonetheless, cameras are not crazy crystal clear, like crazy high def, but they still work really, really well. Moving our way over to the steering wheel, left-hand side, if you've been in any Toyota, very, very standard. You have your selectors for everything up in the instrument cluster. Then down below, you've got your volume, all of your voice command type of stuff. On the right-hand side, cruise control, your seeking options, and then you've got the lane keep assist and the adaptive cruise control, which you guys know I'm a huge fan of that, so love to see those two buttons. Making our way up to the instrument cluster. So hopefully you can see in there, it is, again, the lighting is so brutal right now, but in the middle, you will see it is full digital display, and then the left and the right hand side are analog. So that does actually get updated in the 2023. So if you're looking for that, they've already released that. So look at the 2023, you can get full, complete LED instrument cluster on the 23. In front of us, I'm not sure if you can see it or not, there is heads-up display. It is like right there. And yeah, it works good. Love heads-up display. Left-hand side, you'll notice it is the JBL upgraded sound system, and it's pretty good. I have no complaints with the audio in this vehicle. Crystal clear, and you can get it pretty loud. Working our way down, we do have heated and ventilated seats for both of the front seats. Dual zone climate, as you can see, and a nice clear screen. Pretty easy to use, fairly responsive. A little on the slow side compared to some of even the other vehicles on the Toyota fleet, but it still works. There's no issues with that. So, and I think the 23 actually got updated on that as well. I don't have my hands on that one, so don't 100% quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. Down here to the gear selector, pretty standard, and you can also go into your, you know, shifting mode, if you will, and there are paddle shifters, as you'll see, the plus on this side and the minus on this side, if you care to do that. And then you've got all of your buttons for what mode you want to be in, and whether you want to use EV only or whatever. So on the right hand side of this gauge is where your EV side is for your battery, whether it's full or not. And then your actual fuel for the combustion engine is in the top right. Hopefully you can see it there. You've got two cup holders, nice deep. This is a big water bottle, 33 ounce, and it fits in there perfect. You've got the center console. There's a decent amount of space in there. I mean, it's not bad. You've got some little charging ports. Red contrast stitching, that's really nice. And then even on the seats, you've got some red in the middle as well. Also looks really good. The last thing I will point out is up top here, and the lighting is so bad. I am so sorry, guys. There's home link system, which is great. Your visors are kind of plasticky and actually really hard, not soft touch. And there you go, mirror with the LED light. You've got your controls right up top for your sunroof, which again is panoramic. Super nice to have. The touch and feeling. So let's go through that test very quickly. So this is all soft touch, which is where your elbow is, all the way up through here, even up on the top. All of this is soft touch. I'm not sure if you can even see it. Up on top, the dash is even soft. You can see it kind of flexing probably on camera. The steering wheel, obviously like a pleather leather wrapped, soft as well. And then over here where your elbow is, also soft touch. So they've done really good. And then people will be thrilled because there's no piano black. It's like a hazed black. And then this, I guess like a chrome, it's not chrome, it is not chrome. It's like an aluminum type of finish. It looks really good. It looks really clean. For whatever reason, you guys love complaining about piano black because it scratches. I mean, my advice to you is just don't scratch it. I mean, it's just take care of it. So nonetheless, it doesn't have it. So yeah, it looks really good. Last but not least on the interior, let's look at the window sticker here. So this is the Midnight Blue. Again, there's your gas mileage, which I've already talked about. This is all of your options on this vehicle, long list of things, including the premium pack, which is $33.50 for me, well worth it. I would certainly do that. And then the upgraded audio was $16.20. And then down below, your grand total after everything is looking at $50,731. Without further ado, let's get this thing on the road because, again, 0 to 60 is around 5.5 seconds. And to get gas mileage like this thing does, that is good. It's either the fastest or one of the fastest in the Toyota fleet, other than like a Supra. But out of their normal vehicles, one of the, if not the fastest vehicle. That's pretty wild. As we get this on the road, again, I will apologize one last time. The lighting is brutal today because it's crazy sunny and it's Arizona, so I don't know what else to tell you. You're probably gonna have to get used to that on my channel. It's hard to find cloudy days, so is what it is. Okay, so my first impressions when driving this vehicle, it has so much pep in its step. I've already stated 0 to 60 is around 5.5 seconds. Now, you're gonna have the typical person that's watching this, never fails, that goes, it's not even fast. Okay, calm down. This is a plug-in hybrid, okay, that is getting really good fuel economy. And it's an SUV, okay? It comes in at around $50,000 with pretty much all the bells and whistles. Heated, cooled seats, navigation, upgraded sound, panoramic roof, rear heated seats, heads-up display, blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, all the stuff we've gone over, okay? No, it is not a Tesla Plaid. It is not. It is not their SUV. That's not what this is. So do not compare it. That is double the price tag. And this is, again, a plug-in hybrid. So keep that in mind. So when I'm talking about this vehicle in its class, to me, it's really good, especially for the price point. I mean, it is not cheap. It is a good bit of money. And at the end of the day, if you are wanting something that, as far as ride quality goes, if you want it to be a little bit quieter, I would go the Lexus route personally, or whatever else you're considering. There's a little bit of road noise in this, but it's not bad. And the average person, if you get in this and you're driving it, especially if you're upgrading from something, you're not going to notice it, okay? I drive every car you could ever think of. I notice it a little bit. It's not bad. It's certainly within reasonable. Wind noise, I don't hear too much. It's more, honestly, road, like tire noise, but it's not bad, again. So that's just one thing to consider on this vehicle. So again, my first impression is it's peppy. Like, it's really peppy. So like, for example, well, hold on, I got just a few cars coming, but we're gonna go ahead and put it in sport, because you guys always ask me, what do the modes do? This is all-wheel drive. Once we get around this turn just a little bit, I'm gonna hit it and get it here. All four are spinning. But it spins for, like, you guys heard it probably, just a little bit. And then after that, it just goes. And that's when turning. If you're in a straight line, there's like none, it just goes. So that shows you the kind of torque this vehicle has. So if you're looking for something that's good on gas and looks good, rides good, has some pep in its step, this is certainly going to be on your list. Comfort and blind spots. Comfort, the seats are pretty comfortable. I have no complaints. Having memory seating, huge. Some of the other XSE in the Toyota fleet do not offer memory seating, and that is a real bummer. I'm not gonna lie, that is a bummer that not every single vehicle of this tier doesn't have it. This one does though, so keep that in mind. As far as the actual seat, it's nice. It's soft, it's easy to wipe everything off of it, it's comfortable. I have no complaints. Again, we already went over the interior. For everything else, as far as touching, it's all soft touch, which is good. That's honestly, I didn't expect that. I figured there'd be some hard plasticky pieces here or there, like the dash. It's not, it's soft touch. So that's really nice, good touches. As far as the blind spot goes, fairly skinny pillars in this one. It doesn't really bother me. So if it does, you have blind spot monitoring as well, as I've already mentioned, but it's a vehicle that has really good visibility, while from the outside still looks sleek, which is obviously good. Many people want a nice looking vehicle, and this certainly is. The other question I get asked on SUVs is, what's the body roll like? And I have no idea why someone really cares about body roll on an SUV, but nonetheless, this thing is high enough off the ground to where you can take it off-road if you would like, especially with the all-wheel drive. It does really good. But it's also good for turning. I mean, it's not gonna be a sports car, so please don't compare it to that. But as far as like just a normal turn, like I'm about to take one right now, I will lean into the brake just a little bit, normal turn, taking it at 19 miles an hour. It does pretty good. I mean, you can bank back and forth. It's very responsive. Love the steering in it. And as far as the suspension goes, it absorbs bumps pretty well. I'm happy with that as well. Definitely within the standard for this segment. So it's a good job by Toyota, honestly. So as already stated, the sport mode certainly works. It's more peppy. I don't feel a big difference in the suspension wise. To me, it all feels really good. And again, pretty similar no matter what you're doing in the regard of the mode. So as far as the modes go, it makes a huge difference throttle response wise. Suspension, I don't feel anything. I don't notice anything even in the steering wheel. But again, that's not what I would be buying this vehicle for. It's more for comfort and road trips and stuff like that. And to me, it's really like probably a 9.2 out of 10. Especially considering the gas mileage and the price and how many things you get in this vehicle. So the next video is going to be 5 things that I love and 5 things to improve. So You guys need to subscribe, like this video, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.